The following program was provided by an independent producer solely responsible for its content. The opinions expressed do not necessarily represent the views of this station, its staff, board of directors, or underwriters.
Hello and welcome to another edition of our program, CHW in Action, with your host, your CHW, Rafael Calderon. Thank you so much for giving me a little bit of your time. I sincerely appreciate it. Today we are trying something new, and I have to tell you, we haven't been live for about a month or so because I've been working on this amazing project, and I wanted to wait until I got it ready before I came on to tell you about it. So basically, if you have been following me, which I hope that you have, I've been working on this movie that I call Elixir, which is basically a motivational, inspirational movie for anyone that is unhappy with their lives or any area of their lives that they want to improve upon or make better, that they can watch my movie, Elixir, and learn how to create their ideal lifestyle, be a living a healthy lifestyle, be a using Rafael Calderon's Wheel of Life philosophy. So as part of trying to promote this movie, we at the studio, we are trying something new. I'm hoping that we're going through live through Facebook right now. That's what we're trying to do. If we are going through and you're watching us, please give me a call at 603-892-1980 so I can let me know. I have my phone right here. So if you call, then we'll know that it's working. But even if it's not working for any reason, it's a cool thing that we're trying to put together, because I'm telling you, this movie that I'm working on, I'm very excited about because I have showed it to a few people and they have actually put to use the principles that I talk about in the movie. And the movie is based on my life experiences mixed with everything that I have learned with working with people for now 10 to 15 years. I mean, I became a Spanish medical interpreter in 2004. And as an interpreter for people, I learned of their needs. And one of the biggest needs that I found that people had was employment. A lot of people were underemployed or unemployed. And mind you, as a Spanish medical interpreter, I was doing interpretation from English to Spanish. So my clientele were people that did not speak English at that time. Therefore, without or having limited English language, it was difficult for them to find suitable employment. So what I did is I used my skills as a job developer to teach them how to speak better English, and they were able to get better jobs. I'm happy and very proud to say that a lot of the people that I worked with are now working, well, I suppose they're still working at those jobs, but they found better jobs than they had before because now they had tools, because I was able to teach them tools. And again, I take no credit. I just used what I learned from other people that know more about things than I do. I learned and then I share what I learned. That's what I do. So today, this special edition of CHW in Action, and I usually like to point out that CHW stands for Community Health Worker. And in action, because I'm always in action, trying to bring you my community of Nashua and my community of Manchester and the whole state of New Hampshire and the whole New England region, and even all the way up to Raleigh and Connecticut. I mean, I'm starting to well, people are starting to reach out to me, letting me know that they're watching my program, and it's because I'm on Instagram, I'm on Facebook, I'm on YouTube. I'm trying to promote this message that you can create your ideal lifestyle if you are living a healthier lifestyle. And the best way to live a healthier lifestyle is you want to use Rafael Calderon's Wheel of Life philosophy, because believe me, life is stressful enough and complicated enough as it is. If you don't learn how to manage it, and by manage it, I'm talking about the social determinants of health. If you don't learn how to manage your social determinants of health, what's going to happen is that you're going to find yourself in a lot of odd situations that might drive you to make not the best decisions, not the best choices. And you know what they say, that your life is a direct result of your decisions, of your choices. So I went through a very dark time in my life, what I call the downfall years. I talk about that in my movie. And I spent from late 2006 up until the beginning of 2009, I was in a very weird place. I was not at my best, right? And what got me out of it? When I reconnected with God. I mean, I don't like to say that when I found God, because I always knew what God was. I'm the one who was lost, right? But it took for me to get to a point where I said, enough is enough. I want to settle, solve this situation. I want to get better, and I wasn't doing anything crazy or anything unhealthy. I was just sort of like depressed and caught up in an inactive state of mind. So I wasn't being very productive. And what happens when you're not productive? You do not grow. You become stagnant. You become bored. And what happens when you become bored? You do crazy things that you shouldn't do. You make mistakes, right? So thanks to God that I was able to reconnect with God and my life got better. And I started going back to all the books that I had read before. And I started seeing all the things in my mind I was seeing. All the things that I had done before that got me to the point where I was living a very good life at one point. And then I sort of like, I traced my steps or retraced my steps and realized what I had to change, what I had to do. And the result of that is that I looked into the Wheel of Life philosophy. And then what I did is I took all my personal experiences and I mixed them with the Wheel of Life philosophy, and I called it Rafael Calderon's Wheel of Life philosophy. So I'm always very good at mentioning that the Wheel of Life philosophy is not my invention, it's not my idea, it doesn't belong to me. Most professional life coaches use it. And when I work as a professional life coach, I use it and I teach it to people. And the only reason why I call it Rafael Calderon's is because I added my personal life experiences. That's what it's all about. Now, let's go back to the movie. So this movie is based on the last 2.5 years in my life, 2.5 years of my life, when I became a community health worker. When I became a community health worker, I learned how to link people to live a healthier lifestyle. You would be amazed. You would be amazed how many people live in depression in this lovely city of Nashua, in my beautiful city of Manchester. You'd be amazed. And people in other states. They live in depression because they're not happy with their lives, and then they know that something is not right, but they don't know how to fix it. Well, now they're going to have a chance to fix it now when they can get their hands in that movie. So in order to make this movie more exciting, I've been looking for ways on how to bring something new to my audience. So I got me this small but beautiful and powerful 360 view camera. I mean, I went to Rock Rimmon in Manchester, New Hampshire, and I shot a very, very nice video, and then I put it on this. Well, let me show you how this works, because the idea is that you shoot with this camera, right? And then you can control the camera with your phone. Now, this is my Note 8, my Samsung Note 8, which I love, right? So you can shoot with, I shoot with my Samsung 360 camera. I control it with my phone, my Note 8, and then I put it on my Samsung Gear VR. Are you getting a point here? Oh, wait. Wait. Someone is calling, okay? So that means, I know who it is, and it was a friend of mine letting me know that, I don't know if we're live, but somebody's watching, okay? So if you call and I don't pick up, well, I didn't pick up because I know who it is, but if I don't know you, actually, you know what? Never mind, because if I don't know you, I won't recognize the number. But if I know you and I don't pick up, it's just, I'll take it that you're letting me know that it's going through. Okay, so going back to the hint that I'm throwing, that I love Samsung. I work for Samsung. This is not a commercial for Samsung. I just wanted to mention that Samsung makes very cool toys. So I decided to use those toys to make my movie more interesting. So I went to Rock Rimmon with my lovely, beautiful camera, and I recorded very, very nice footage, right? And I controlled everything with my Note 8. Then, I'll tell you what I did. After I recorded with my Note 8, I took it, I put it in here, right? Are you watching me? I took my Note 8 and I put it in here, and you click it to make sure that it's safe. And then here's the deal, is that when I put this on, I can control it with this. This has like a laser pointer. It's really cool, right? But now I can see what I shot on 360. What that means is that I can see what's in front of me, behind me, to the side, to the left, to the right, up, down. This is beautiful. When you go like this, I can see everything. It is so much fun. I keep trying to tell people life is about having fun. Let's have some fun. Okay? I know people that work so much, and they're unhappy and they're depressed and they don't know why their life goes the way it goes. I have actually had conversations with people that have told me that they don't know why they're unhappy. They don't know why they feel that their life is so, I don't want to say bad, but it's so not good. And I tell them, well, listen, you work a job that you don't like that much. You go from work to home. When you come home, you don't have energy because you don't like the job that you're doing. So that lack of energy of yours, it becomes stagnant, right? And then you get in a bad mood. That bad mood, then it affects your loved ones. So that affects your personal life. So now your work life affects your personal life. So now you're not happy at work. You're not happy at home. You become sort of like let's say you get used to that situation of unhappiness, and by you I mean someone, I don't mean you in particular, but then you get used to being unhappy, and then a year goes by, 2 years go by, 3 years, and then you start your brain, because your brain is designed for you to survive, so your brain thinks that that's how it's supposed to be, and then your mind finds it very hard to break out of that monotony, and that's how you become unhappy. And what happens when you're unhappy? You don't have the energy to do positive things, to live an active lifestyle, to think positive, to think clearly. So what's the next step? You're going to get depressed. A lot of people live in depression. And some people tell me, well, I'm not depressed because I have fun. And I ask them, okay, well, what do you do when you're having fun? Well, I go drinking with my friends. I smoke. I do this. I do that. And I say, well, that's fine. And then if that works for you, but you are destroying your body. When you get to be 40 or 50, you're going to feel it, right? Right now, you're not even enjoying it. Be honest with yourself. I mean, a lot of people don't like me to talk to them like that, but I'm a community health worker. I'm a life coach. I have to tell people things the way they are. But I tell people, you're doing things that you're not even enjoying, and you're gonna pay the price for it later in your life. Why not try something new? That's what I keep that's what I keep telling everybody. You know, life is a gift. Life is beautiful. Life is amazing. Okay, I'm sitting here doing something that I love. I'm doing my CHW in Action TV show. You know what I'm going to do later? I'm going to do my Rafael CHW TV show, which is a Spanish TV show. And then I'm going to go home and probably talk to my girlfriend, who I call the beautiful flower, spend some time with her, and tell her about my day. I'm going to ask her about her day, right? Tomorrow, I go back to work at a job that I actually like with good people. And I tell anyone that would ask me, I tell them this is not a coincidence. I have managed my social determinants of health so that I live my life happily. And happiness is not constant. Happiness comes and goes. It comes and goes because happiness depends on external things. So, for example, I love spending time with my beautiful flower, right? Let's say that she gets mad at me and now I'm not spending time with her. That's going to make me unhappy, right? Because I don't have her next to me. But I have a choice. I can choose to be sad, or I can choose to say, okay, I miss her, but missing her is making me sad. So let me go and do something fun. So what do? I go for a walk. I go for a walk at a Minesport Park, or I go to Livingston Park. I do something. I watch a Batman movie. I do something. I listen to music. I work out. I do my push-ups. The thing is that I don't spend a lot of time feeling sad. It's not that I never get sad. I'm a human being. Things happen, right? But when I'm sad, I'm allowing myself to be sad. My beautiful flower can get mad at me, and she can tell me things, and she can do all kinds of things, and of course they're going to affect me, but it's up to me to carry that within me. It's up to me to say, okay, she was mad at me an hour ago, and now it's been 2 hours, and I'm still feeling down. Why? Right? Let me not put words in your mouth. I don't deny myself any negative feelings or emotions. I just don't keep them. And that's what I tell people, okay? A person that is living in depression, in my opinion, and I say my opinion because I know there's a difference between depression and chronic depression. Now, depression is when you have a bad day, when somebody breaks your heart, when your car gets stolen, when you lose your job, when you're broke, any of these things, when you're lonely, yeah, you've been depressed, right? But you have a choice. Maybe you might not know that you have a choice, but you do have a choice to force yourself to get up and do something, right? That's depression to me, in my opinion. Now, chronic depression is when you have gotten so used to being depressed, that now you have no energy to do anything. You cannot see beyond your depression. So what happens is you are unhappy, you are sad, you think that life is meant to be that way, and you think that you don't have anything within you to make yourself happy. So what's the next step? To look for happiness in outside sources. And a lot of people drink, a lot of people smoke. Oh, hold on. We're getting another call. See, even though my phone is here, it's still ringing. Hold on. Let's see who's calling us. Okay, bye. Okay, that was my beautiful flower. So she doesn't count because she supports me in everything. But what I was trying to say basically is that I know so many people that they fall into chronic depression because they didn't know how to or didn't want to deal with their depression in the first place. And that's why I made this movie. I made the movie Elixir so that anyone that is unhappy with their lives with any area of their lives I want that person to have a chance to make things better. And now all I do in the movie is I base the movie, of course, in Rafael Calderon's Sphere of Life philosophy and how to overcome your social determinants of health. And let me just be clear and say what social determinants of health are to me. So let's say you go to a doctor and your doctor says that you are depressed, or you tell your doctor that you are depressed. And then the doctor says, okay, yeah, take some pills and do this and do that, or try to change your behavior. A better example might be, let me use a better example. Let's say that you're diabetic, right? And your blood sugar levels are high or low, whichever way. Well, the thing is that if they're not normal, your doctor or your medical provider would tell you, well, you need to exercise more, you need to live a more active lifestyle, you need to watch what you eat, you need to eat healthier, and you need to try to keep your mind at ease. The less stress, the better, right? That's what a doctor is going to tell you. So you're going to go home and you're going to think about, okay, diabetes is very bad. It can become chronic. It can change my life. It can affect my life for not the better. So I need to take care of this. But then the question is, how? How do I eat healthier? How do I exercise? How do I create an active lifestyle? Especially for people that live in like a whole bunch of buildings put together or in a bad area. How do you do that? You see, that's what my movie is about. I am, as a community health worker, I'm the bridge between the doctor and the person, the community, and I bring everything together. And I've been a community health worker now for about 2 years and a half, and I'm proud to say that there are many, many people, both in Nashua, New Hampshire and Manchester, New Hampshire, who are living healthier lifestyles today because they worked with me. And again, I don't take any credit, it's not me. It's me using what I have learned. But this thing I do like to take credit for is my movie production. I'm so excited about my movie. And that's why I'm telling you, when you watch my movie, and you watch this, if you have a cell phone and you upload an app that has a 360 view, you can actually see everything. I mean, right now, if I turn this thing on, it would, although it's just here, it's so small, it's going to capture the whole room. And then you just go around, you move the screen left and right so you can see everything. I'm going to put that into the movie, right? It's going to be a fun movie to watch, and I'm excited about it because I've been working on it for so long, and I've been working hard to make it fun. Now, I don't want to make this show a promotion for the movie. What I'm trying to tell you, my friends, is that I live my life happily pursuing my happiness via living my ideal lifestyle. And I keep talking about happiness, but I'm sure that you know the difference between happiness and joy, right? Happiness is external. Like I was saying before, my beautiful flower just called me. I don't know if you noticed, she made me happy just by calling me. But if she were mad at me and she let's say didn't call me or anything, yeah, I would miss her and I would be sad. But after a little while, I would say, I gotta snap out of this because that's not healthy. I'm not enjoying myself. I'm not enjoying my life. And she's probably mad at me for a good reason. Maybe I did something stupid that I can't even remember right now. So I'm not going to spend too long on being sad. I'm just going to try to fix the situation. And that is what the Wheel of Life philosophy is all about. It's about working on whichever area of your life is affecting you right now. And then you set up an action plan and you set and achieve goals. Well, you set goals to achieve on how to make yourself feel better. That's how it is. Now, talking about joy, joy comes from the inside, right? It's based on me, on my feelings, my beliefs. So I'm a happy person because I'm joyous. Okay, I can come here and I could talk to you for hours, and I would be having fun, and I'm just sitting down. I'm sitting down, but energy is going throughout my whole body because it's within me. That joy can never go away. No one can take it away. My beautiful flower can make me sad, but only for so long. Because then I'll say, you know what? I want to be happy. I don't want to feel like this. Let me fix the situation. You see? So if you have joy within you, anything can happen. Things are going to happen. Life is life. Tragedies are going to happen. People are going to break your heart. Friends are going to let you down. Families are going to yell at you. You're going to lose jobs. You're going to lose material things. You're going to lose money. All these negative things are going to happen to you. And it's completely normal for you to feel sad or even fall into a depression because of these things. But you don't have to stay there, which is what I'm trying to say. You do not have to stay depressed. If you watch my movie, and by the way, if you want to watch it, I mean, it's not even released, so I'm not trying to sell it. If you even want to know what the movie is about, go to my website, www.chwforever.com. Let me say it more slowly, www.chwforever.com. Go in and go through all my pages. You'll find most of them, most of my pages are in English. Some are in Spanish because I work with both English and Spanish people. Oh, and you know, I've been doing all this talking about the movie. I didn't mention that the idea of the movie is basically to raise funds, but I'm not going to go into details, but to raise funds to open up my CHW Center, or Centro CHW Forever. CHW Forever pronounced chévere. So I made a movie called Elixir so that I can open up a Latin center in Nashua, New Hampshire that would service Nashua and Manchester, New Hampshire. And once we have established ourselves, because I don't work alone, once we have established that CHW Forever Center in Nashua, then we'll open one up in Manchester. And once we have one in Manchester and one in Nashua, then we'll go to Massachusetts, we'll go to Connecticut, we'll go to Rhode Island. Wherever you have a big Latin community, I want for there to be a center, because I want every Latin person or Spanish person or Hispanic person to have an opportunity to live an ideal lifestyle, even if they don't speak English fully, so that, I mean, I had to learn the language, so I know how difficult it is to find a good job when you don't speak English, or to go to a doctor's appointment and rely on an interpreter, or to depend on someone because you haven't mastered the language, right? Or not even master is the wrong word. You haven't learned how to speak, read and write English. It can limit you. I don't want anybody to feel limited. I want everybody to feel free and happy and able to create that ideal lifestyle, right? So that's why my movie is going to be both in English and in Spanish. And the center is going to be Centro CHW Forever, pronounced chévere, Centro Chévere, but the staff is going to be bilingual. I'm bilingual. People that are going to be working with me are going to be bilingual. So yeah, you'll come in and you'll see Spanish people, but we'll speak English. The center is going to be open to everybody. Everybody in that community can come. If you speak a language that we don't speak in that center, then we'll use something like a language line or something. But of course, as we grow, my hope is to be able to hire interpreters from any language. Because if one thing I can tell you that I have learned as a community health worker in the city of Nashua and in the city of Manchester, New Hampshire, we have a lot of people that struggle because they don't speak the language, because they don't know the workforce system, because they don't know how to manage the social determinants of health. I want to help all of those people. That's why I created this movie, or I produced this movie, Elixir, because I want to be useful to people. I want to be useful to my community. Okay? So you now have heard me talk for about a half an hour about the movie, about the center, about all these things, this beautiful little camera. And I have like 4 cameras that I have used for this. I have this one, I have a 1080p camera, I have a Sony camera, I have an HD camera. I've been investing a lot of money and time into making this movie because I want to create a tool that I can give someone to take with them to make their lives better. In other words, to make it ideal. So the ultimate goal is that people can watch this movie on their cell phones, right? So they don't have to be sitting at home to watch it. Of course, if they watch it at home, even better. But that they don't have to wait until they get home to watch it. That whenever they're having a bad time, a bad moment, they can just go in and watch me talking about how I overcame something that might give them an idea on how they might overcome something. And for the people whose life are wonderful and perfect, then you know what? Talk about the movie to someone that you know that is not having a wonderful life like you. I love it when I meet someone that tells me, I don't need to watch your movie, my life is good. Okay, well, we're all human beings, we're all connected. Do you not know someone that might be going through something? So think about them as opposed to thinking only about you. And if you think only about you, then that's okay. I'm just saying that this movie is made for everyone. And again, if you want to know more about the movie, go to www.chwforever.com and check out all the pages. I have a clip on each page that's part of the movie, and the movie is going to be released. As of now, it's June 28th. I haven't gone into the date because it might change, depends on how much support I get, but the goal is to release the movie on June 28th. And with that, I'm coming to the close of my TV show of CHW in Action. I want to thank you so much for your time. I appreciate it. I want to thank you for giving me some of your time, because really, if you continue to follow me, we together are going to build a better, I shouldn't say better because some people are sensitive about that. Things are great as they are. Nashua is great as it is. Manchester is great as it is. All I mean is that there are people that are falling through the cracks and are not living, such great lives. They're not doing well. I want everyone to do well. Everyone. That's what I mean by a better life. And with that, I want to thank you again for your time. I couldn't thank you enough. I could say thank you for your time a million times because I know that time is valuable. Okay? So thank you. I sincerely appreciate it. Your friend, your CHW, Rafael Calderon. God bless.
The preceding program was provided by an independent producer solely responsible for its content. The opinions expressed do not necessarily represent the views of this station, its staff, board of directors, or underwriters.